Tell me something about yourself. Well, this is a question which has been posed to most of the candidates since time immemorial. And while this has been the interviewer's favorite question most of the times, it is also a googly for the candidate. And candidate gets most often they get lost in what to tell. And in my over 25 years of experience of recruiting people, I find candidates talking about starting from something as simple as their name, places they've studied, the kind of institutions which they've been to, the kind of organizations which they've worked with, the kind of roles which they've managed, and we find that the candidate is all over the place. And rightly so, because it's a question where candidates don't have a right recipe and they don't know what the interviewer is actually looking for. While we do that, it's also very important to understand that as a candidate, the candidate is being bold this question for a simple reason that this is an icebreaker question. The interviewer is asking the candidate something which he should be most comfortable speaking about. And as a candidate, candidates are looking for all the right answers to impress the interviewer. While it should be the easiest to talk about oneself and tell things which you think are important for the interviewer to know. But however, having said that, in a lot of my workshops which I conduct for interviewing skills, where I a lot of times talk to a lot of youngsters and young professionals in terms of what is the right answer for this question. In my experience, I find that the best answer is suited to the individual. The individual should talk about what are the things he or she would like the interviewer to know about himself or herself. If I am the candidate, what is it that I would want the interviewer to know about me which is not mentioned in the CV? All the things which typically get answered in this question, things like starting from name, location, qualifications, institution studied, the kind of cities where you grew up, are all mentioned in a resume. And this is not something which probably the interviewer is looking for. So this is your opportunity to share things which you think the interviewer should know about you. Obviously, keeping in mind which is going to be very relevant to the role for which you are being interviewed for. The kind of experiences which you have, the kind of industries which you've served, always stitching together the relevance to the role being interviewed for. This is also your opportunity to convert this googly into a boundary. Say things which will attract the interviewer's attention immediately. It is upon you with what conviction you talk and what relevance and examples you are able to give within that span of 2 to 3 minutes which you have to answer this question. I'm sure, this is something which one can master over a period of time. What is getting more and more difficult nowadays is with the virtual interviews where we get connected through the virtual world, where we are using the digital mediums to connect with the interviewers. And we find that it's very difficult to create that eye contact. It's very difficult to understand the enthusiasm of the interviewer or the candidate, vice versa, because we can't even shake hands. We can't see body language. It's extremely difficult to talk into this black hole and show your enthusiasm as a candidate because it's very difficult. You can't judge people by just talking to the screen. Well, in the new world as we step into. Talking into these black holes is going to be a way of life, and we help you master that art of having a successful interview. We've had innumerable experiences of helping candidates sail through their interviewing experience and coaching them. If you are keen to know more, keep watching this space as we come out, and do not forget to press the subscribe button below. Thank you so much. Take care.